another good friend of Dimebag was there. Nickelback's Chad Kroeger.
What?
Yeah, they were good friends.
How?
I didn't know that.
He,
Drinking some tequila.
Yeah.
I'm just
whiskey.
Tequila whiskey.
My throat's a little dry here from all this chatting from the weekend, from all the yelling.
You're parched from the humble brags.
Fuck off.
Just the ones on this show.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, it's so great to be the storyteller on the show and just be mercilessly mocked by my friends.
Friends.
Robert.
So, Chad Kroeger was there, and I believe I've said the story on the show, but I would quickly repeat it. There was a time, and I guess this is another humble brag, when I interned at Roadrunner Records. Not really a humble brag. They didn't pay me. I mean, they eventually gave me some money, but
you made some connections.
It worked out. I'm not going to say I didn't get anything out of it, but so I interned at Roadrunner, and there was this one day. And this was at peak, like the peak of Nickelback. Like they were essentially funding the.
Wait, it's not the peak still?
It's a long peak.
I think, yeah, like it's, when they were really like at the top. Now I guess you would say they're more of a legacy act, which is even sad to say.
Crazy.
Like
in so many levels.
Time has just passed us by. But it was at their peak, and I remember this one publicist was like walking around the office like, all right, we're going to do a Nickelback photo shoot, but only one photo per person. We have to line up by the kitchen. Let's go. We got to line up. And then like she's like wrangling, and people are walking over, and I'm like doing work.
Wait, so I'm confused. Was this as like, we know you all want a picture with Nickelback, or hey guys, you got to pretend to want a picture with Nickelback?
The former. Everyone obviously wants because here's why. Anytime there's an art, like most of the artists on the late, Slipknot's here. Everyone wants a photo with Slipknot. Whoever is here, and then it's like, oh, Nickelback's here. That's how I took it.
There was no stampede.
And also, this was like, I was at the time probably 21, so it was, peak metal elitism kind of.
Yes.
Like, oh, I'm better than this, So anyway, but I just remember, like, in my head, it really sticks out to me. Like, she's like wrangling, everyone comes up, and then she does like one last pass, and she's like, Rob, are you going to get online? You're going to miss it. And I'm just like, it's okay. Like, just that she was like so concerned for me, like, I might not get this photo with Chad Kroeger.
That was probably a really good look for you, though, because they're like, oh man, this intern is so fucking dedicated to the work, passing up a Nickelback photo to keep working.
Oh, I didn't even think about it that way.
Damn, we're definitely going to have to buy an ad campaign with this kid's shit-ass website if it's still around in 10 years.
And this, you mean the one where he did Rob Van Dam's...
no, it was. Oh. Did Metal Injection exist back then? Or no?
Oh yeah, that's why I wanted to do the internship to get the connections for Metal Injection.
By the way,
they didn't buy ads.
This meet and greet was how Avril Lavigne met him, right? She was also an intern there at the same time.
That's who was wrangling people.
Yeah. Oh, she was the. Oh, I didn't know she was the PR person.
Yeah.
But anyway, so here I had the opposite reaction that when I spotted him, I was already quite tipsy, and it was more like, oh my god, Chad Kroeger is here.
Just laughed at the mere existence.
I was like, I gotta get a photo. Like, this is hilarious. I gotta get a photo with him. But whatever. So I'm drinking, and this is like the. Sid, you have me so self-conscious now because anything I say, I'm like, oh god, this sounds like a humble brag. But like this was like the VIP/media area. So the plebeians,
we know which wood you were, so go. That's not a humble brag. Go
okay,
on.
Thank you. So it was like its own area, and there was one bar for this area, and everyone's just drinking shit faced, and my party is online. Me and a few of my friends. And we're online, we're waiting, and Chad Kroeger is just basically hanging out, like right behind the bar with like two friends of his. And
they let him behind the bar because he's famous, or like he was making drinks and stuff.
No, like off to the side of the bar. It was like the VIP area was like this outside area, so there was just a tent set up with a kind of a makeshift bar, and he was kind of off to the side of it. And then the line was, perpendicular to him, let's say. And then so we're up next, and then right as we're up, Chad turns to the bartender, who was doing a fantastic job, who really was like killing it, and he's like, "Hey, can I give you $100 and take 2 beers?" And she just goes, "Yeah," you know. And he goes, "Actually, can I take 4 beers?" "Yeah." "Okay, great, thanks. Oh, and I feel bad that I cut these people off in line, so let me just buy their round for them." And that was us. So Chad Kroeger bought me specifically a round of tequila and White Claw.
And now you love him.
And this was the tequila that I was like, "Oh fuck, I need to stop."
Do you think Chad Kroeger roofied you?
It could be.
Could you imagine?
I was looking at the drink being made. Nobody was being roofied. Stop it. Stop it.
But wait, so initially he was going to pay $100 for 2 beers. And then clearly at some point he's like, "Well, that's ridiculous. That's not a good value. If I'm going to spend $100, let me make myself look better in doing it. A round for everybody for the same $100
No.
I was
You're
spending
such a
to begin
cynic,
with."
Sid.
Yes.
The round
I'm a
was not on the 100.
Nickelback
That was a
truther.
separate transaction.
different?
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
that's
the
nice.
girl kept the majority of that.
All right.
Wow.
Jet fuel cannot melt steel photographs.
So I will never, ever
Did
say
you
a bad
talk
thing.
to him afterwards? Like what?
No, 'cause
why
he
did
was
he do it? Just randomly, or
He just did it. A few people that I told the story to have said, "Oh, he'll do that."
He's rich.
Yeah,
It's
he's
the least
rich.
he should
He's
do.
rich beyond belief. So what's funny is all of us were like joking, like, "Oh, well, how do we hate Nickelback? Like, we love Nickelback now. How can you hate it?"
that's how they did it.
That's
Rob,
how they got me.
Could you quickly queue up any Nickelback song on YouTube? Let's see if you can hold out saying something negative about
Hold on
them.
1 second. Can I finish my story, Sid, before you keep interrupting me? I'm sorry. So the next morning, we're all reminiscing, hungover, about this, and we decide, let's give Nickelback an honest listen.
Oh God.
Fair.
Genuinely, be like, all right, what are we hating on? And here's what I will say. First of all, what was the first song? Their breakthrough hit, "How You Remind Me."
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
It's
Catchy.
Structurally, it's.
Oh
Yeah.
come on!
I liked it when it came
No,
out.
it's a good song.
It's a pop song.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
Without the Nickelback stigma, in a complete vacuum.
Totally
it's a good
agree.
song. And I liked it when it came out.
But I think the thing about Nickelback has never been that they're musically bad or they're not good musicians.
Mm-hmm.
It's that they're just hack, they're cliche.
Okay.
Their lyrics are
So
cliche.
here's what I like. So then we started listening to other, we listened to Photograph and another single, and it was oh, these are all the same exact song.
100%.
It's the same exact structure. Yeah. So that I will tell you. But then we started getting into deep cuts, non-singles, and as crazy as it sounds,
Oh my God.
this is where Nickelback shines.
Oh.
That's
it
a
was-
drop.
No,
was-
that's an episode title. Because Brian Posehn will later look back and be like, "Wait, what was I on?" And he will never have any association with Metal Injection
First
again.
of all, the production is so good. They could afford a good production. Okay, sure. But the musicality is it's legit. It's good hard rock.
But you can't
I want to
build
play.
this up.
I want
go
to play
ahead.
a song. I want to play a
Please.
song. They wrote a song that this was their song to Dimebag Darrell.
Oh.
After he
okay.
died.
Didn't know they did one of those.
Yeah, because Chad was very good friends with him.
This is how Dimebag reminds me of what I really am. Is that how it goes?
It's called Side of a Bullet.
I'm looking at a photograph
Now, I'm not going
of the
to...
bullet that hit Dimebag.
That sounds good, actually.
Thank you.
This is where Derek really shines.
I'm just covering. This is the Nickelback song.
It's okay, here it is.
What the fuck is in Dimebag's head?
It's nickel plated, not Nickelback.
This is a pretty heavy riff.
Agreed. Come on, drop the bombshell.
Jesus.
Do you think they had to rock this up because like Pantera fans would hear it?
Yes.
Yeah, totally. They're very conscious.
But
of
also,
that.
this sort of sounds like it's glorifying the shooter a little bit. This is like I'm getting pumped for like who this guy's gonna kill.
He was a really great shooter. He hit him right between the eyes.
That's not what he
I thought it was like a rest in peace Dimebag, but it's more just about the shooter. he Uncle Sam taught him too well.
He had a gleaming, shining weapon shining in the sun. It's like an ode to the murderer of Dimebag.
Wow.
Whoa, I thought he was singing about Dimebag. I didn't realize
No.
he was singing about the shooter.
It sounds like he's thinking about the shooter.
He stood 6'3", muscles rippling in the breeze.
That's the next verse.
Come on, that's not what he's saying.
The whole part about how his dick was so much bigger than Dimebag's.
Play
the,
more,
li-
play
the
more.
lines are, "Please God, don't let him pull it."
And
Did
then
you
what?
put us through it? So it's like, how is it glorifying him?
That was we're singing the first draft.
His brother watched you do it.
They didn't tell him what. They just said. They just told, we need you to write a song about this incident, and it was all like pro shooting.
If somebody told him, all right, if you go through with this, your legacy is going to be that Nickelback will write a song about you. Do you think he would have changed his mind about killing Dimebag? Do you be like, not worth it. Not worth it.
Look,
think
I'll
I'm gonna
say
sit this one out.
If it were to save Dime, I think that would be all right. I think
okay.
Nickelback wouldn't mind.
Well,
guy's
Gale.
bias.
But he's
Right,
talking
yeah.
about the shooter. Would the shooter still shoot him if he knew this? He would have an
Right,
ode
I'm
about
saying
it?
Nickelback wouldn't mind hearing that somebody did this.
Yeah.
So let's
They have that like Dimebag squeal on the guitar.
As he fled the scene, he drove perfectly through traffic. His driving skills were a little too good from driving that Jeep around Afghanistan.
I'm so uncomfortable.
I'm very uncomfortable.
I'm telling you, I agree. Nickelback should have never wrote such glowing.
They didn't write that. You said that.
Fucking Canadians.
All right. They got Billy Gibbons to be on a song.
If only Dimebag had national health care like we do in Canada.
But wait, you're saying getting Billy Gibbons is like a huge get in this day and age?
Yeah.
Doesn't Chad Kroeger sort of look like the non-bearded member of ZZ Top? Maybe Billy Gibbons just got confused.
The shooter's got legs. He knows how to use them to run away from the scene.
I'm through standing in line. The clubs I'll never get in.
Where's my lighter? This is the deep cut that you liked?
This is a single. This isn't a deep cut.
I don't recognize this.
There we go. This one's a little cheesy.
I'm digging it.
Decent Kid Rock.
It sounds like Florida Georgia Line or some shit.
Oh, did I mention that the shooter from the other song was really, really tall and really, really strong? Sorry, I got carried away, spilling into all my lyrics now.
This is embarrassing, this song. This is horrendous. This is like Shania Twain. Like, you're from Canada. We know you're from Canada.
Yeah, stop.
Stop trying to be a country act. What is
They
this?
have country in Canada. Like,
It's a different country, Rob. That's the point.
So what? They got cowboys.
That's true. Is Nickelback from Calgary? Isn't that where they have the rodeo up there? If they're from Calgary, I'll allow it.
You know, the stroke that almost killed Bret Hart was really, really tough and really, really smart. That was his first draft of
animals.
his Bret Hart song. Bad company.
Rob, how did your Nam Tales turn into just a Nickelback song medley? Like, why is that what the show is right now?
Because this is what we were doing in Nam.
I did not sign off for this. So you're saying basically you guys ended up all being Nickelback fans now?
I would say we gained your respect.
You're
for
less
Nickelback.
contemptuous.
Yes.
Okay, so all you need to do is just buy Rob a shot and a White Claw, and he's yours.
You hear that, Richard
It
Spencer?
helps. Oh, whoa.
Except it's this one round of drinks away, buddy.
Whoa. I
Putty
wouldn't
in
go
your
that
hands.
far.
You hear that, Amy Klobuchar? One more endorsement is just around the corner.
Well, the problem is she would throw the White Claw bottle at me, and it would just
You know what? If she did that, she would have my vote. How about that? How about that? She can't lose.
Spencer's really smart and really, really cute. I don't know if I like that he hates the Jews, but it's okay.